Okay, instead I just jump into a foresight chat. It's funny. I hadn't done one in a long time. Now here comes the second one for you. First thing I gotta say is you guys don't listen too well, do you? I'm talking about the rant that I did. I said, no, I don't want you guys commenting. Nobody comments. Nobody comments. Nobody emails unless you're somebody that's trying to attack me. And 300 comments and, I don't know, 50 emails later. You sons of bitches. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know you guys support me. I mean, there's no question about that. And it's funny because, you know, some of you guys that are just, you know, starting out, you're using my videos for references and also I had a bunch of comments. You know, I'm not even Smith. I just watch you because you're entertaining. You're like somebody's calling me his soap opera or her soap opera or something. Yeah, I know you support me, and thank you very much for doing that. And most of you guys are extremely tactful and restrained in your comments. I did actually hear from one of the people that were in that rant that I did, and we talked things out a little bit. And what I'm finding, and there's a little bit more to the story, but what I'm finding is that a lot of these people that are attacking me because I'm Chandler. I'm this software engineer, electromechanical engineer, industrial engineer who started doing this and decided to film everything, and I think it's because of that. There's no way he can be doing it properly. There's no way he can be an asset. You know, when you guys always say, don't let them bother you. They don't really bother me that much. All my life, I've always wanted to know what people thought about me. And I used to get criticized in my, you know, early years, 20s and teens. You know, they would call me insecure. I mean, what the hell? What do you care what somebody thinks? You're so insecure. And even then, I got it, and nobody did. You know, I would say there's nothing to do with insecurities. I'm not going to change what I'm doing or who I am because somebody says something, unless they're right. And see, that's the key. They might be right. So I want to know what they think, and then I'll decide whether I agree or disagree or maybe understand. And then if I'm doing something wrong, whether it's blacksmithing or anything, if I can improve myself in any way, and that's what I've done my whole life, and I kind of like me. I don't like where I am in my mental state, but I like me, and I'm a pretty good, decent guy. And I've done that by taking observations of people and from people and deciding what I'm going to do with that. Anyway, so yeah, I don't let it bother me. So don't worry about that. I got pissed off. It was a funny video, but really so. I'm too old, first of all, to have somebody discredit me without some type of explanation. I just am. People have never understood me fully, but they've always passed judgment on me. And since forever, since freaking fourth grade, there's some neuroses that I got since I was a youngin'. But the point of the matter is that I decided in that particular case that, sorry, Charlie, this old man, you might be able to kick my ass. I don't care. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. It's not about picking a fight, step outside. It's about, you know what? I'm not going to roll over. All right? I've rolled over a bunch of times for good reasons, but I'm not going to roll over to that kind of stuff. Anyways, I'm not going to go into the rant. Holy cow, you can watch an hour of it on my channel. And sometimes you have to stick up for yourself. All right? It was funny, and this guy wasn't. There was some comment, and he wasn't slamming me or insulting me in any way. He was just saying something, you know, dude, man, you sound a little crazy. You sound nuts. He said, maybe even a little snowflakey. And it's like, no, I'm not sitting here saying, wait, you can't talk about me or that. But Jesus, tell me something when you do it. And when you call me a shitty Smith, I'm not going to argue too badly about it, but damn, I think you could have been more tactful. I don't think I am a shitty Smith. I don't think I'm a great Smith. I think I'm somewhere in between. I'm doing okay. For where I am, I'm okay. And I have the things that I make, almost all of them, I'm very pleased with how they turn out. I'm not that great with knives. I mean, I make a good edge, a good blade, but it's not a honed skill of mine. I'm not a bladesmith. As a matter of fact, I don't like making knives. I enjoy the spirit once they're done. The just the soul that's in that piece. But making them is not my favorite thing to do. But I like doing them, and I don't like doing them. It's kind of weird, but anyway. And then the one comment where Chandler is a liability to the blacksmithing trade. That one stung, because I think I disagree with that. I don't see it, because yes, I do things that aren't traditional. I do things perhaps, well, when you tell me I do things harder than they need to be, or in a way that's harder than, I don't know for sure about that. Almost all the videos that you see, I don't want to go into a rant, but I'm just trying to explain why it bothered me. Not, I didn't take it. It's water off my back with minor exceptions. If I'm teaching somebody, or if I don't teach, if I do something and then some new smith says, this is the way to do it because Chandler did it that way. No, and I don't think anybody says that. I saw Chandler do it, but that doesn't. I think you should. And yes, but I don't think you guys would go out and say, well, it must be the right way to do it, or. I saw Chandler do it that way and it kind of worked. Now that's a legitimate argument. Show me how it could have been done better. That's I know that I do a lot of things that aren't normal. If you're self-taught, you are not. I've self-taught in almost everything. I've never studied software, but I worked in the software business for writing code and everything for so long. It's kind of who I am. But I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Enough of that. Point is, those two things stung a little bit. The reason that it upset me is that they told me I was doing things. I cringe when I see him this, or he's doing things backwards, or his backwards way meant skill sets and methodologies. And it's like, well, dudes, tell me what they are. What do I do? Because as I I started the Back to the Basics series, and great feedback from the viewers, but I'm getting negative feedback from the non-viewers about it because they don't believe that I'm qualified to teach you, and that it cuts right to the point. Most of what I'm having to deal with, as far as not conflict, but conflict, obstructions, and not obstruction, but conflict. It's coming from people that don't watch my videos, so I don't know how to explain it. It's really weird. It's a good social dynamic. It's kind of a good, because I'm in a puzzle right now because I'm talking to people I am actually talking to people that should have my respect, but they're calling me out on something they don't even know if I'm doing or not doing. But we're talking. I'm a pretty good communicator, and with a few of these guys, they're good communicators too. And they want to step up and help me, and that's great. I was of course a little set off for the last few days, and I was talking to one of these people, and I'm like, well, help me with what? Just tell me, what is it? Just because I'm new, I need help? Because I don't buy that shit. All right, I'm sure you're right, but I'm not. That's not a good. I'm not going to have somebody drive 5 hours to spend a day with Chandler in the shop just because I'm new. Because you're not doing this, or your methodologies here are wrong. Just give me an idea, and then I'll say, okay, yeah, because I do have an exposure to you guys, and if I am causing some detriment to the trade, or passing on habits that are just crazy horrible, I would want to fix that. Anyways, that's all going on right now. But no, I don't get upset. Don't worry about that. But at the same time, what I was going to say would sound rude, but I don't mean it rude at all. Don't tell me to just let things go, because I will if I want to, and I won't if I don't. But it's none of that stuff. None of that stuff has anything to do with some of the issues that I'm dealing with mentally. None of it does, with the exception of the fact that I've had to fight about everything. And almost always, I didn't need to fight. I was going to say I'm right. people that know me personally, they would expect me to say that. But just a little more broadly, I shouldn't have had to fight that. They just jump to conclusions, or they have no understanding of the way I think, or what my purpose is. Oh my gosh! All right. Anyway, that's a little bit of me. So don't worry about it. I don't let it get to me. Thank you for all your comments. Although you bastards, I asked you not to do that. My logic was, I wanted only the people that had negative feedback to give me to comment, so I wouldn't have to read through 300 people supporting me. So that was like, well, what the hell is he saying, Jim? But thank you very much. I mean, you guys, I know you support me, and your words are in emails, awesome, very, very kind. Thank you. But I did, there was 300 or so of them on that video. Not one of them was from anybody who was attacking me in that particular forum. Some commented, it's odd because I got comments from, I've been blacksmithing for 20 years, I've been blacksmithing for 30 years. Yeah, you're not a master, but you're doing okay, bud, chill. I don't know what these guys are talking about. So anyway, a lot of them are just not watching the videos. I went on a tangent there. So I started this back to the basics thing, and legitimate smiths that are concerned about that. How could Chandler possibly be teaching when he doesn't know enough? They hadn't even bothered to look at the series and just assumed that I was starting to give you guys lessons out of my extensive knowledge, and they just didn't know. They didn't know that and I had them watch the pilot anyway. I wish they'd watch the 3 or 4 that I put out so they can, because that's what I want. I want these people that are experienced and know what's right and wrong, have a respectable opinion about what's right and wrong. To say, in this format, I think you should do something differently, Chandler. I don't think, because when I was doing the drawing out part of it, I took the book and read that chapter, and then made sure I covered what he covered in the book. But then I also put some of my own things in there, like over the edge of the anvil, and so there's Chandler putting some of his in, and I might cross the line in that, and I'm trying not to do that. But instead of watching the videos and saying, "Oh, Chandler, you're doing this wrong," they just assumed I was. And as a matter of fact, and I'm not slamming these guys because they it's a trade, and they're very concerned, and they're very helpful, and they're great guys. And gals, actually, guys and gals, admins on this page. But I posted the lion head knife video, and it didn't get approved to be shown on there. The pictures were, but not the videos. And then I posted these back to the basics on their Facebook page, and none of them were approved. So I actually reached out to one of the admins, and I said, do you guys not want my videos? Do you not approve of my stuff on there? Because I'll just stop posting them. Not a big deal. I just won't share them there. I got enough exposure. I don't need to. I do it for a little more exposure, and I do it because I think it fits with the name and the concept of what their page is all about. We're working that out because working through that, and we'll see. So the Back to the Basics series, I like it. I'm getting good feedback from it. It's fun to do, and it's a little more for me because I gotta do some reading and stuff like that to make sure that I know where I am, what I'm doing. So it's a little more work on my side, but at the same time, I think it's very beneficial, and I'm going to continue to do it until one of these, I say experts respectfully, one of these experts tell me that it's not the right thing to do, which I'm pretty darn sure that they can't. I think it's the right thing to do. I think it's a good interaction for those of us that aren't going to take a class or have somebody come in and help them out. And I think it's important to see, because I do have some experience, but like bending the eyes in exercise 2 and 3, the third or fourth video, the last one I put up in the series anyway. I was bending them and they weren't turning out right. So it's good to see that even though you're told this It takes 5, 6, 7, 100 of them, whatever, to get them right. The cool thing is the mathematics that came into play, and I got a lot of feedback on that, and we'll cover some more chapters on that stuff. But the calculating, the one thing that I didn't do was like, all right, we have this volume of steel in the 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch by 6 inch. We're going to draw it out to a 1/4 inch. I mean, mathematically, volume, you could figure out when I'm done, I should have 24 inches. There's a little factor in there for waist and scale and things like that. But that might be one way for me to know that I'm down to the right size. I didn't do it well. I went down to 5/16 or something. But anyway, it's very interesting because I'm learning, and I think you guys like it. And I'm going to keep doing that until I'm convinced that it's not a good idea. As far as the YouTube stuff, oh yeah. You guys have been. I mean, just as much as you've been telling me to get on Patreon, which I actually have a Patreon account. I set it up. I just haven't gone that way yet. You guys are giving me a lot of advice on how to increase my income from YouTube. And I want to be able to get as much income from YouTube as I can, but I'm not going to... I've tried a few things in the past, many of which are being suggested now, and I just felt I have too much pride. It's like I know many of you don't like an hour-long or 2-hour-long videos, but I also know that you can watch as much as you want, fast forward to where you want to go, or you can watch as much as you want and come back, and YouTube remembers where you were, and you can watch it in 20-minute segments or 10-minute segments, and or at your leisure. And I'm not breaking it down into different pieces just to make more money, just to get more views. I know it's counterproductive as far as YouTube income, but it just seems, I don't know, dishonorable to do that only to get those views. There was one time when I had, longer videos, and it's like, all right, I can make more money because YouTube allows you to decide when to put commercials in. So in an hour video, I might put in 5 commercials, and that's 5 times the ad views anyway. And a lot of people do that on YouTube. And I just didn't like it. It's just, I'm making videos because I like doing it. I like seeing, I watch them over and over again because watching yourself, and I tell people, especially in this political world, we need more mirrors in this world. So it gives me a mirror into my communication skills and my techniques and my, geez, Chandler, when you're sad or you're depressed, it comes across, and you need to either closet that while you're on camera or do something else. I mean, it's good. So I make the videos, and I make them because you guys like them. Holy cow, 170,000 subscribers, although I'm losing like 100 a day. I don't know, man. Something happened. I either jumped a shark somewhere, or there's more than one forum out there telling everybody that I'm a detriment to blacksmithing. Because for years, I've had nothing but huge subscriber growth, and now I'm having pretty large subscriber reductions, negatives, and I don't like that. I don't, to lose 100 people in a day, what the hell did I do? Again, it doesn't hurt me personally, but I want to know what's going on. What did I do? And if it's something that I feel, oh yeah, I should be doing something different, I want to better myself. But anyway, yeah, I can certainly break the videos down. I can put more ads in the videos. All the things you guys are suggesting. That's not my objective. My objective is to satisfy as many people as I can with one format and just release the video. Oh, the other thing is almost all, and this is not just me, it's happening to a lot of people. YouTube has hired a new computer, and this computer has some algorithm, and it goes through the video titles, and I don't even know what it goes through. And it flags your video as not suitable for most advertisers. And every single one of my videos for almost a year now has been flagged. So I'll put a video out, and it might be flagged within an hour. And most of you guys, within the first 24 hours, my base core, 3,000 to 5,000 people, most of you guys come in and view that while it's not suitable, and you might not get an advertisement. I might be losing money. And it's quite simple. I contacted YouTube. I said, you know what, dudes, come on. Whoa. for almost a year now, you've flagged them. I ask you to have to go through a process. It's just a few mouse clicks, but review them manually, and you always approve them. Well, something's wrong. And they came back and said what many of you said. Well, here's how you would get around it, Chandler. You put the video up private for a day or two until it does get approved, and then you go ahead and go public with it. And it's like, dude, I'm putting the video up so people can see it. And it's just, I'm stubborn. I'm old. It's okay. I can be stubborn now. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make a video, put all that time and effort into it, get excited about having you guys see it, put it up online and wait until I can make money. Not going to happen. Video's going up. And it's just the way it is. Okay. But thank you for your suggestions. It's not in my honor wheelhouse to do that. I'm not trying to milk the system. I'm not trying to, my videos are plain. The only thing that I do to really make things cool is I try to make good intros. I love that intro that I made for Back to the Basics. And by the way, each of my formats, my types of videos have their own intros. So a lot of you guys say, "Oh, bring back the hammer and the sparks. We love that." Those are all on my blacksmithing videos. All right, that's the intro for a blacksmithing video. The finished project video where I have me working here, and then it goes into black and white and that kind of stuff. That's for my finished projects. Special features have their own thing, and now Back to the Basics have their own thing. So no, it isn't like I'm throwing one away. It's just that way you have the ability right at the beginning to realize which channel in my mind, which type of video I'm putting out. Another thing, and huge, the financial contributions that you guys have given over the last 2 weeks. I can't even, first of all, I can't thank you enough. Some of you guys want to slap because you're just crazy. But you've allowed me to pay a couple of bills, quite honestly, that I wouldn't be able to pay. And you've allowed me to buy some materials here. I was running out of cutoff disc and flap disc, and I didn't have the money to buy more. And I needed a new blade for the cut saw. And there's no, that's $69 or $70, something like that. There's no way I could have done that. And so that money has really, I just can't thank you enough. And I hope that I provide a lot of content. Some of you guys said, you're doing too much. You got to stagger it out so you make more money. YouTube hasn't ever, it's like, the heck with it. I make videos for you guys. And as soon as they're done, as soon as I get them done, you're going to have them. I have one that I've been working on. If you followed me, I did those railings with the hummingbirds and the dragonflies. And I had a full day of work that, I just shot the shop time videos where it's just me to work, and I'm not trying to show anything in particular. And I'm still in the middle of editing that one because I use 2 cameras. So I got, 3, 4, 5 hours on each camera that I have to try to cut in and make it entertaining. But the only reason that you don't have that is I haven't finished editing yet. But anyway, I've put some content on. I hope to do so. I did another tong video today. I just had this bug up my butt. It's like, I always start with round stock or rebar because that's what most of us have. And when you watch most of the tong videos, they're starting with the rectangular stock. And again, my problem is the boss at this point. And I've improved it on this particular attempt, and that's my objective. So I started with rectangular stock, and I was pleased that I did that. So that video will be out tonight, along with this one. And I'll show the Back to the Basics, and I got lots of things going on. And quite frankly, the donations that you guys are making are literally the reason that I can go ahead and say, all right, I'm going to do 3 videos this week, because there's enough money coming through that I can buy groceries and not have to worry about trying. I can worry about content more. It gives me more time. Like I say at the end, I guarantee you it's going to help me make more. So thank you. I can't thank you. It's just crazy, and thank you very much. There was something else I wanted to say. I hope I don't have to cut. I want to make sure I thank you guys. I want to talk about the Back to the Basics, YouTube and money making and all that. Yeah, I'm not in it for the money. If I can't make money on YouTube, being me, then that's the way it is. And I'm not going to break the videos down. I wish I could make them shorter. That's another thing that kind of ticks me off. I know. Who wants to sit and watch an hour? About 80% of you do anyway, maybe more. I wish I could make them shorter, but I've been going out and watching some of the most mentioned blacksmith videos, YouTubers, and although their content is excellent, it doesn't fit in what I think my purpose is. You see nearly every single hammer stroke. You don't see the times in between heats, but you see on almost all the videos, every single hammer stroke, everything that happens. So if something takes 6 hours to make, it takes 6 hours to make. And I don't have a problem providing that in an hour. I can certainly do the cuts, ins and outs, and like a lot of, it bothered me because a lot of people are getting huge numbers of views on videos where they're not showing that much. And I reviewed a couple of these guys, and one of them is it's not even me. It just doesn't, no. And the other one is, I don't think they're showing enough. I really don't. Anyway, I'm not criticizing them. That's my format. I don't know how I got on that one. Chandler and his long foresight chats. But don't go away. You're going to want to know about this one. Hang on, I'm just thinking. Is there anything else? Because I'll get, every time I get done with one, it's like, oh, I forgot to talk about these things. Just thank you. There's a lot of people that have been sending me things, sending me projects and materials and stuff like that. That's awesome, and thank you for that. Some of it's over a year old, and I haven't even talked about it yet. Where you've sent me materials. Somebody sent me, I don't know if it's their full-time job or not, but they make, I don't know what you call them, but sunscreen stickers for your car, and they made me Old School Forge, large ones, small ones, just sent it out of the blue. And that's just one example, and there's probably 20 that I haven't mentioned yet. So I haven't forgotten, and I will. I will definitely thank everybody. And thank you. I forgot who it was so long ago. Actually, I don't have them on my vehicle because I think it's going to die soon. But my daughter put one of the Old School Forges on hers. So if you see a Jeep driving around New York with an Old School Forge sticker, that's my daughter. You stay away. Get it? Okay. What else we got? I think that's it. I know it's not, but I think it is. All right. What's what we're going to do today? Because of this just unbelievable support from many of you, but I believe those many people that watch Foresight Chats too. I want to say thank you, and in that process, we're going to do a giveaway today. I had a train go off the other day, and it's like, oh, I haven't done a giveaway in a long time. But anyway, as much as they're not perfect, I'm quite pleased with them. I kind of like them and would like to keep them. But I'm giving these away. All right, this is what I made today in the tong video. They're not the greatest tongs in the world, but they're pretty functional. I like them. Just a flat jaw on here. I even took the time to put a little OSF on there just to dress them up a little bit. They work. I think they work very well. I think they're great. This is the first set of tongs I did forge welding the reins on, so I forged that much of the jaw and then forge welded the reins on. So I'm very happy with this. So this is my thank you. I wish I could do more. I really wish. But this is my thank you for all the support that you guys have shown me. I've actually, it's been so long I've forgotten the name of the website or the email. I think it's called oldschoolforgegiveaway@yahoo.com. If not, I'll fix it right now and I'll put it in the description. So you guys, email me just once. All right, don't put in multiple entries. oldschoolforgegiveaway@yahoo.com. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And I'll just randomly select from the people that come in. Put in the heading tongs. And that'll tongs. So, and that's my thank you to you. And again, I wish I could do a hell of a lot more, but these are decent tongs. I think they're decent. They're not great. It's not a huge gift, but they're a lot of work. And some of you guys don't have tongs, and some of you guys haven't started making them yet, and that's really the gift that I hope to give in one of my back to the basics, is to get some of you guys, maybe, you know, we'll read some books and find out more details about how to make tongs. But anyways, thank you very much. oldschoolforgegiveaway at yahoo.com. Put tongs in the heading, and one of you guys will have these. Anyway, I was going to say shipping overseas is probably expensive, but now anywhere, right? Anywhere in the world. We'll send these out to you. I'll probably run that for, we'll run it, today's what, Friday? We'll run it till next Friday for a week, because some of you guys don't check everything, and this is a long Foresight chat, so only those of you that are super dedicated will even know about this giveaway. So thank you very much for everything that you've done, and don't worry about it. Nothing's going to get to me as far as getting criticized. I just want to do better. I want to make sure I'm doing the best I can. All right, back to work for me for today. I have a couple of orders to ship and finish up. And I know there's something that I want to tell you, and I'm going to hang up, and it's going to be, dang, oh no, there's something funny now, dang it. This is the last thing that I need, because, you know, my brain's messed up, and I've been doing really well for the last couple of months. Well, yeah, a month or so anyway. But, you know, but I've been doing very badly at moments. I mean, there's some, it's unpredictable, and I can get hit really, really hard. And so I'm like, geez, am I ready for this? Do I want to do this? I really want to, just to see how it goes. But at the same time, I don't know yet. But anyway, Force and Fire found me on my Etsy page of all places, and they said, hey, you know, we'd like you to come on and try out for the show again. So I might do that. What's up?
Not much.
Let me just close this video and I'll talk to you. So that's kind of exciting. I'm not exactly sure if I will, but maybe. You know, I could use the money if it works. So, all right. Thanks for your support. Don't forget Old School Forge Giveaway at yahoo.com. You guys will get these tongs, and we'll catch you in the next one. Ciao. If you found this video helpful, educational, maybe even if you just found it entertaining, and you want to support me, you can jump back to my channel. There's a button on the right hand side of the screen called support, and it's kind of like a tip jar. You can go ahead and leave channel a tip for this video, and that'll help me make some more, I guarantee. Thanks for your support, as always.